What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Tesla Talk Tuesday, but more importantly, welcome back to a software update. That's right, guys, we got a software update. What does it mean? I don't know. Supposedly this was like that performance boost update, but I don't think my car is going to get any of that because, well, my car never gets anything anymore because it's old. Yeah, it's getting old. It's what, 5 years old now. So either way, let's get the update rolling. We'll be back later with some Tesla Talk Tuesday news and whatever the update brings. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. I think I have to connect to Wi-Fi. I don't know why I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, but we're gonna get this rolling. We'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. All right, so I connected to Wi-Fi, as you can see right here. Oh, never mind, it popped back up. False alarm. I thought the software update just like disappeared. It said software up to date and the software disappeared, but now it says downloading. So yeah, we'll be right back. And I apologize, I'm on wide, so I'm gonna go back to like a normal view on the GoPro. Either way, I can't really install it right now because I actually have to drive. So let's just get on with the Tesla Talk Tuesday stuff. There's a cycling bin in front of me. Gotta move that. All right, now we're ready to go. Real quick, I do just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has liked, subscribed, and commented. It's a pleasure making these videos. I really enjoy it, and it's nice to see other people appreciating them as well. So yeah, really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. Buttons are right below. Just go check them out. Anyways, on with the vlog. All right, so Tesla Talk Tuesday. So as most of you have heard, maybe you haven't, but if you have, obviously the Cybertruck, Tesla's truck, is supposed to be announced on November 21st. That is the official date that Elon has given. I believe the unveil is in LA. So I'm very excited to see what that will look like. The biggest competitor right now is going to be Rivian's R1T truck. So that truck is going to have, I think, around 400 miles of range, a 0 to 60 close to like 3 seconds. Not that 0 to 60 is really important for a truck. The most important thing is going to be the fact that there's 4 motors. There's one on each wheel of the Rivian R1T truck. So this is going to be interesting because if Tesla only comes out with like a dual motor truck, front and rear motors, kind of like the Model 3, Model S right now, I don't know. So I'm hoping that there's going to be something similar to like the Plaid powertrain where there's at least 3 motors on this truck, maybe like 1 for the rear 2 tires and then independent motors for the front 2 wheels. Now, I don't know how familiar anybody watching this is with Jeeps, but I think there was like a Jeep competitor, or maybe it was like a concept Jeep a couple years ago, and it came out with the ability of all of the wheels to be able to turn, and then the car could literally pivot in a perfect circle, like a 0-degree turn. So it was able to pivot perfectly in a perfect circle. So like if you got stuck or came to like a dead end on a trail, the idea was you could make all 4 wheels basically angle perfectly at 45 degrees, and then it would spin in a perfect circle, so you could turn around and get out of whatever you know, dead end or whatever you encountered. So the cool thing is that the Rivian truck is supposedly going to be able to maybe do something similar to this because of the 4 wheels. Now, in theory, you could do this just as long as 2 different wheels had individual motors, because you could technically spin, like if the 2 front wheels had 2 individual motors, as long as you could angle, I guess, things correctly, you could use that to spin the truck. However, it does depend on wheelbase. So Rivian was saying that their shorter wheelbase truck would be able to do this, the longer one probably not. Just some interesting features to consider and look at when you're buying some of these vehicles. Obviously, off-road capabilities are going to be, you know, front and foremost, as well as towing capacity. You want to be able to go off-roading and tow lots of things with these vehicles, and then also range, because once you start towing things, that's where your range really starts to take a hit. So all of these specs as far as battery capacity, efficiency, and then towing capacity are definitely going to be very interesting to look for, as well as having multiple motors, because it gives you that individual sort of torque and horsepower to each wheel by itself, which is great for off-roading. When one wheel starts to slip, you can monitor that based on one, motor on that specific wheel, rather than having to deal with it for 2 wheels. So it is cool what Rivian's doing, and I think at the same time, just like Porsche right now is pushing the Model S and Roadster performances, I think that Rivian is going to be really pushing Tesla to make and improve upon their truck either right now or going forward. So I'll be curious to see what Tesla comes out with and what they ultimately announce. Either way, super excited to see what Elon has up his sleeve for the Cybertruck. I really just want to see what it looks like, because I mean, that's probably been the biggest talk of the town, that like none of the renderings have been closed. It's going to look like a personal armored carrier. So that's definitely the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to. And well, I guess it's like 2 weeks now, 2 weeks and 2 days, something like that. So very excited, November 21st. Now, as you guys know, well, I guess you may not know, that's probably why you're watching. Anyways, Tesla is rolling out software updates. So as you saw at the beginning of this video, I did get a software update. I don't know if I'm going to get any performance improvements, just due to the fact that my car is older. But Model 3s, Model S and Xs, at least newer ones, are getting anywhere from like a 5% boost in power or more, depending on the car you have, or around 5%, something like that. I think the Model S's, the performance ones, are getting a 50 horsepower bump. So I don't know what their horsepower rating is. It might be like 700 horsepower. I don't really know. But they're getting somewhere around, I think, a 5% boost in performance. Now, there's already a video posted. I saw it on Electric, where someone with a Model 3 got the update, and then they basically did a couple drag races with the Model 3 that hadn't yet gotten the update. And it is a significant power increase. So just in acceleration, I think roughly it was like 1/10 of a second off the 0 to 60 time. And when you see them pull away and accelerate next to each other, the faster Model 3 that got the update for the 5% performance bump is clearly like a full car length in front. Well, the back bumper is at the front bumper of the other car. So it's pretty significant, and it's very cool that Tesla can do this just over the air, and you can see these performance improvements once they're able to prove the reliability and the abilities of these motors and batteries. So very neat that they were able to do this, and I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst, meaning I probably won't get the performance update because I have an older car. A little disappointing. More to come though. I'll let you guys know as soon as I update it. Now, something else with this most recent over-the-air update is we have actually seen the first difference between having hardware 2.5 and hardware 3.0. So the difference between 2.5 and 3.0 is that I think 2.5 was originally sold as like enhanced autopilot, but 3.0 is the true like full self-driving chip. So once full self-driving is like ready to go, neural networks are trained, and they have all those capabilities, 3.0 will be the chip that you need. So if you've bought 3.0, you either still have the old NVIDIA chip. So 2.0, 2.5s, they have the NVIDIA chip in their car. 3.0 is an in-house Tesla-built chip that is ready for full self-driving capability. Not that that is available yet, so please, you know, pay attention when you're using autopilot and whatnot, because it's not truly autopilot. The car doesn't drive itself completely. There are times where a human may have to intervene, but 3.0 basically just means that you have the newest Tesla in-house built chip. If you have 2.0 or 2.5, I believe they're both NVIDIA chips, and well, Tesla obviously moved away to create a custom chip that is designed and ideal for full self-driving, all of the neural net capabilities. So aside from the difference in the chips, the difference in the last over-the-air update is some of the rendering and navigation that the car can do. So the cars with the 3.0 Tesla chips that received an over-the-air update are seeing that cars navigate like construction zones and render like construction cones. So when you are no longer following lane lines but are following construction cones instead, I guess that is actually being rendered now on this screen. Obviously I don't have any of that, but it's actually being rendered. You can see all the individual cones, and it's following those cones through the construction zones better, I think. But it is definitely a visible and noticeable difference from what I've read between 2.5 and 3.0, and the differences that 3.0 is getting through this last over-the-air update for some self-driving capabilities. All right, I gotta run to the vet for a checkup with little Sadie, but we will be right back. All right, well, she's doing okay. More importantly, software update. It's finally fully downloaded and whatnot, so it's ready to go. We gotta get home. You know what? I actually have a dentist appointment today too, so this actually might have to wait until later today. Back to some more Tesla Talk Tuesday news items, I guess. Yeah. We got the blue Rolls Royce Cullinan We might have to do a lap back by it. All right, check this bad boy out. Blue Rolls-Royce Cullinan, very nice. I mean, these cars are huge. I think I featured that car on the vlog before. Wow, did this truck really park that close
now your
to a Prius?
Is on the right.
What a... I mean, it's funny, but it's also just like, really? Like, why? Why are you doing that? That's... I mean, people do that to Teslas, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled his truck around and parked next to me doing that. You know, it's pretty obnoxious, but same with like rolling coal. I mean, not everybody is like an environmentally crazy person that drives 2 miles an hour. Some people just like the performance aspects of the Teslas. Like, I'm just another car guy and a truck guy. My friend has a truck, absolutely love it. When he used to have a tune to roll coal, I mean, it is fun, but don't do it on the highway where it's dangerous and all that stuff. There was a video recently of a truck driver swerving all over the highway just to stay in front of a Model 3 and basically dump, you know, black soot, smoke or whatever on him. That's kind of obnoxious and really dangerous on the highway, so just don't do it. It's very annoying. All right, so 2 last things. One is there's a pretty neat picture, maybe video, something like that, of Autopilot slowing down and stopping for a family of ducklings. Well, family of ducks, I guess, but like a big duck and then little duck. You know what I mean. So that's very neat, very cool to see. Glad it's trained to stop for animals. I think there's been some videos in the past of like avoiding deer or just obstacles on the road, so it is good to know that even the smallest of things, Autopilot is sensing, able to visually recognize and slow down and or stop for and avoid. So very cool stuff. And last but not least, apparently there's a video of, I think it's like a 10 or 11 minute YouTube video about how Tesla trains its neural net for self-driving, which is very neat to watch. I'm definitely not going to get into the details because I'm sure I'll butcher it and get things wrong. But if you are at all interested, just like they did their like full self-driving personal chip kind of talk about their self-driving technology and how they train and all that stuff, very long talk that they did a couple months back. That was very interesting as well. But apparently there's a 10 to 11 minute video specifically about how they train their neural net, and it shows, you know, Tesla's driving around and through a parking lot and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description, or at least I'll try to if I remember. It is pretty neat and definitely worth checking out. So pretty cool. All right, so as you can see here, it's telling me to update my software. I have a dentist appointment, and I'm hoping that this will be done before my dentist appointment is over. I assume it should be. It should only take 15 minutes approximately, so let's hope for the best. We're going to go ahead and kick it off. Install now. Again, what is it? Triple tap or something. Just keep tapping and then it starts pretty much immediately. So software update is starting. We'll be right back in like 2 seconds, so luckily you guys don't have to wait too long, but be right back. All right, we're back. The update is complete. It just seems like it's the same update over and over, version 10. So I don't know, like Spotify I had, feeling lucky I had, maps improvements, yeah, okay, generic, mobile app, sure, Joe mode had that, I think. Software update, yeah, application launcher, we already had that. Driver profile, great. Doesn't talk anything about performance updates, so I don't know if other people in their updates it talks about like performance improvements, but mine doesn't. I mean, if we just go into here and go to like software, I'm on version 10.0, 32.12.7. So I honestly have no idea. Driving, I mean, nothing different here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I obviously didn't get the performance update. I don't know. Maybe if I drive around a little bit, I'll notice if it feels peppier. I'm at 121 miles of range, so not a ton, but also, you know, decent amount of charge, probably like a little under 50%, something around there. So yeah. Anyways, I don't think there's anything new in my update, but that's gonna be it for Tesla Talk Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. But until next time, thanks for watching.